Here we go again. It is time for Best Bets of the Day, brought to you by Odds Checker. We are 1 week away from big conference tournaments starting, and each day we get closer to March Madness. I'm Alex for Odds Checker, here with Micah Roberts and Kenny White. Big games this week, finishing the regular season in college basketball. Let's get started. Kenny, we're going to start with you in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Syracuse at North Carolina. North Carolina, 7-point favorite at home. Total 156.5. What do you like?
Yeah, we are getting closer to conference play. It's going to be a lot of fun, and this one should be a fun game to watch as well. And if anyone's been following the pick show, I've been over with both these teams the last couple of times. Actually, I had North Carolina against North Carolina State the other day, but I did have Syracuse and Duke over. These two both like to play up tempo. Both are far better offensively than they are on the defensive end. So I am going over this total of 156. Jimmy Boeheim's squad is 6-3 to the over their last 9 games. And Hubert Davis for the year, 17-12 over on the season. He's 7-2 over his last 9 games. Again, offensively, Syracuse, number 16 in efficiency. Their defense, 220, well below average on the defensive end. That matchup zone just is not getting it done. Hubert Davis's offense, number 24 in the country. Their defense, number 86. Both teams in the top 75 in terms of pace. Up tempo, 2 top 25 offenses. I like this game soaring over the total.
Expecting a lot of points in that one. Micah, we're going to go to you with 2 top 25 teams. Number 11, Baylor at number 22, Texas. Baylor -1, total 135. What do you like in this one?
We're going to go ahead and go with the under, and I'm thinking about Baylor as well as I go over Texas. I mean, I'm not very impressed with what they've done. 3-6 against ranked teams, by the way. They've won their last 2, but it was only at West Virginia and TCU. Have not covered their last 3 games, if that tells you something. It's going to be a defensive game. Both teams play amazing perimeter defense, guarding the three-point shot well, below 30%, both teams in that spot. And Baylor's kind of on a roll, won their last 3, 5-1, their last 6. And the last time they met was 16 days ago, and Baylor hammered Texas in Waco 80-63, held Texas to 20 of 61 shooting, good defense. I expect that to continue. The under is the best play, though.
Should be a good matchup. Kenny, we're going to you. Charleston at Hofstra. Hofstra -4.5, total 160.
Yeah, this is a Colonial Athletic game. Last game of the year for both teams before the conference tournament starts at the end of this week. Colonial Athletic, top 7 teams make the tournament, get a bye. There's 9 teams in the tournament. One thing you needed to know this year, James Madison was ineligible for the conference tournament. Top 7 of the 9 teams get a bye. 8 plays 9 to that play-in game. Neither one of these teams fit in that. Hofstra having a very solid year, sitting around number 3. College of Charleston between the 5 and 6 seed right now, but no chance in falling back to the 8 seed. So kind of meaningless game. Teams won't move much. I like the game over the total of extremely up-tempo. College of Charleston team, number 1 in the country in tempo. They're better on the offensive end than the defensive end. 4-0 over their last 4, 6-1 over their last 7. And when they are an underdog, which they are in this situation, 10-3 to the over. Hofstra on the other side, Speedy Claxton, their head coach. He loves to play up tempo. Much bigger difference between the disparity of his offense and defense. 73rd ranked offense, 203rd ranked defense. They are 7-3 over their last 10 games, and they are 8-3 over in their home games this year. So I'm going over 160. The first time they played, final score, Hofstra beat College of Charleston at College of Charleston, 76-73. The game went under, but the teams combined to shoot 17 for 60 from 3-point range. They shot 63 pointers. They're going to do it again, but this time they're going to make way more than 17 of them.
Seems to be a totals day for us. Micah, we're going to you and the Mountain West. San Diego State, Aztecs at Wyoming. The Aztecs -1.5, total 128.
Yeah, the wrong team's favorite, in my opinion. I'm going against all the trends here. San Diego State has won the last 7 meetings. That's crazy. Wyoming covered the last one, the first meeting this year, by the way, with these two. And 9 of the last 10 meetings have gone over. So I'm going Wyoming and the under. And I think it's just going to be defensive driven. That's what San Diego State does, hold opponents at 38% shooting. And Wyoming's not bad either. They shoot so much better than San Diego State, but defensively, 41% holding opponents to shooting. That's pretty good. And one of the main things here, San Diego State's not all that good on the road. Only 3-5 compared to Wyoming, 13-0 at home. I really do believe that Wyoming should have been a 2-point favorite in this spot, and I'm going to go the under. I think it's going to be a well-played game, both sides defensively.
Okay, Kenny, finish us off. Last college basketball play of the day, Northwestern at number 25, Iowa. Hawkeyes, -10.5, total 152.
Yeah, Big Ten game. Both teams a game and a half out of where they want to be right now. Iowa's a game and a half out of the 4 spot, which gets a double bye. And Northwestern's a game and a half out of the 10 seed, which gets them a single bye in the tournament. So big game for both teams. I'm going to take the points with Northwestern, plus 10.5 points. They do have revenge from last year, and that still works. This is the first meeting this season. Only time they played during the regular season. Iowa won both games last year. One at home, one at Northwestern. So I'll take that revenge. I also like the factor, I always like defensive basketball teams. And that's what Chris Collins' team has been this year. Defense is their strength, number 62 in the country. Iowa, number 93. So I've got the better defensive team. It's actually playing better basketball right now, too. 5-2 ATS down the stretch right now, where Iowa 4-5 ATS in their last 9. So give me the Northwestern Wildcats, plus that 10.5.
All right, double digits. We like it. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to let you two go back and forth. In the NBA, we have the top 1 and 2 seed of the Eastern Conference going against each other, Chicago at Miami. Micah, you start us off. Make us a case for the Heat.
Well, for the Heat, they've won and covered the 2 meetings earlier this season. Nothing in 2022 yet, but the end of 2021, the Heat were victorious, and they did it with defense. And this is what the Bulls have trouble with the team. If they run, they're going to kill you. But if somebody holds them down and plays some good defense against them, they're going to have trouble. And that's what Miami brings. Solid rotation. They're healthy. They're ready to go. Everybody's playing well. Even 3-pointers, number 3 in the NBA, hitting 37%. That's impressive. I just like their bench. I like everything about them. And I got Bam Adebayo coming off his best game of the season, 36 points, season high. Butler, Kyle Lowry, this just a fantastic team, and they're all on the same page. And the thing, Jimmy Butler, nobody ever talks about this guy, but this guy might be the most important player to his team, other than maybe Jokic or Embiid. But Butler just makes them go. When he's on point, he makes the big shot. He takes care of and everybody goes to him. And there's no doubt about it. There's no inner fighting, anything. Butler is a great unheralded player, and I think he's going to step up in this game as well. So I like the Heat to cover here.
Yeah, I'm gonna be opposite. I do like the Miami Heat team as well. I like what Eric Spoelstra's done. I like Jimmy Butler. Love the entire team. Kyle Lowry, I thought, was a great addition to that basketball team. Chicago's done a nice job too. The players that they brought in, Nikola Vucevic, their center is tremendous. The outside shooting, DeMar DeRozan. They brought DeMar DeRozan in. The continuity has just been ungodly. It's been so incredible. I never thought this team would gel this quickly and play so well together. Now, obviously, I do think Miami is the slightly better team playing at home, but I'm going to use that revenge factor. You mentioned it early, Micah. That's why I'm on Chicago. They lost both games. They lost 104-107 at home, a 3-point loss. Then they went to Miami, and they were blown out by 26 points. So it's the only 2 games they played against them. I've got to use that revenge factor in the number. Also got a current form right now. Chicago Bulls 9-4 ATS their last 13. Miami Heat 1-4 their last 5. So I think the hotter team right now in the Chicago Bulls and the number 2 seed behind the number 1 seed. So give me the Bulls. We're opposite today. We're going head to head.
All right, I'm looking forward to this one. I've got one play in the NHL. There's only 3 games. I'm going with Toronto minus 113 against Washington. Toronto, they're feeling great. They're coming off a 10-goal game against the Red Wings. They're 16-5 in their last 21 against Eastern Conference teams. Washington, they're 0-5 in their last 5 home games. And the favorite has won in this matchup 19 times in the last 27 meetings. So give me Toronto. It's a cheap price. Thank you both. I appreciate you. Great college basketball picks. Great. Kenny.
Alex, I got one more thing. I got to make sure that when people go to bet my pick on Chicago and not Micah's, go to Odds Checker. Make sure you get the best number. Try to find a 5.5 somewhere, because I know people are going to probably just bet my side.
All right. Got to get that hook. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate both of you for joining me today. Good luck, everybody. I'm Alex with Micah Roberts and Kenny White. We'll see you next time.